Alright, what is poppin', people? Happy New Year's Day. This is being recorded the day before, but Happy New Year's Day. I'm here finally with my final round, unless our team makes finals, which is literally playoffs, but there's only one round, of the Capsnake tournament. These are my week 5 games against Carbonic Dioxide. I think he goes by Binacleisthebest on the forum. And today we figure out, do I go 5-0? Well, let's get into this game. So, I'm going to do something a little different for the first game. I'm going to put this on hyper fast because this game is very interesting for a few things. Because I think I played this game horridly. And the reason I'm just putting it on hyper fast is because the game, 1, goes like 90 turns, but 2, nothing happens the majority of this game. It's a lot of him. He brought stall. I brought sand balance. And I played this game about as poorly as I could. So, for starters, we're going to get to turn 20, right? And we're going to get a Calm Mind War between our two Clefables. Actually, it's a little bit earlier. And there are a few things that happen here. I'm going to start with why I do get lucked a little bit during this, but I don't think the luck really mattered, right? So, as you're seeing here, this guy gets every drop that he needs with Moonblast. Like, pretty much every time I soft-boiled back up to a reasonable point, I'm getting the Moonblast drop on me. And it puts me in this horrible position because I'm being forced to spam soft-boileds because I can't really contend with his damage, but when I'm throwing out attacks back, it's not doing anything because he's got the, 4 Calm Mind boosts. And as you'll see here, he's actually, like, really low on Moonblast power point already. This actually comes into play later. But this sequence tilted me so badly. A big reason is because I was just beyond tired when I woke up today. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I got 4 hours of sleep, and they were an hour and a half before the game. And so I wasn't in a great state of mind. I'm still kind of waking up as I play this game. But you'll see a lot of weird plays. So, as the Calm Mind Clefable is Calm Minding up, I have an Astrolodal. This has Encore. Why did I not Encore him into Calm Mind and then just go into my Excadrill? I couldn't tell you. And then you'll see here, right? He's only at 3 Moonblasts. He just can't sweep my team. He doesn't have the power points to do it. But as you see here, we're going to Calm Mind up. He's double recovery, so I'm not ever breaking him without a crit. And let's see, where is it when he's out of Moonblasts? Here, he's out of Moonblasts. Now, would anyone like to inform me why I still have my Clefable in? Because I'd love to know why I didn't switch Clef out here. I'd love to know why I didn't just go Excadrill, or even Astrolodal, and, knock. Oh, and here's another just great play that I make here. Absolutely immaculate for me. I Earthquake the Hydreigon, because I hadn't had sand up in this battle for a while, so I guess I just forgot that I was on a sand team. This might be one of the worst games I've ever played. And then, of course, like, I can't do anything at this point. He's Prankster Hayes Tomahawk, as we saw a little earlier, so Drill never breaks him. This game was horrible on my end. I still think I had outs as well, despite the horrible luck versus Clef. And yeah, this was a game. I want to stress, when you play a game, especially in a best of 3 series, you gotta be real good about moving on from the game and not letting the luck in that game get you down. Because, if it's best of 3, well, there's still 2 games for you to win. They haven't won yet. But something that's always good to do afterwards, analyze your own games. And if it's in a laddering session, if you save your replays, ladder, and then, after you're done, look at your games, because after the game, during the game, I'm immediately just like, oh my god, this game was so stupid. I got lucked during the Clefable, and it just tilted me. And yeah, that happened. But there were a lot of preventable things from making this game as big a stomp as it was. This was always going to be a difficult game, I think. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I just... Look, I haven't tested this team out at all. That's on me. I should have gotten some practice in with it. But there were obvious plays I could have just made that would have been better. you know, if I Iron Head the Hydreigon, I don't know if it KOs from full. They run like about 176 HP generally, because I think you need some amount of special attack investment to KO Heatran with Earth Power. I might be wrong on that, but there's just a lot of decisions that were made this game on my end that end up, you know, costing me the game more than just the, you know, Calm Mind Clef War being lost on my end. Now we get to this game, and now this game, I bring out the HO because I think HO is a fantastic archetype to bring out in Game 2. And a big issue you're going to see immediately is I have no Ghost Resist, and he has Double Ghost. So that's scaring me right off the rip. His team is very offensive, and we see this, so we know he's SD Rillaboom. Now, right here, if this Rillaboom sets up, it could have been really bad. But he goes for Grassy Glide, and I am going to now proceed to set up with this Komodo and go to work. Because after Clanger's Soul, nothing on his team lives a hit from full outside of the Magearna. And it's taking 94 min from Flamethrower, so if it switches in after I KO something, it's dropping the next turn. That's Rocks damage. He doesn't get the terrain healing to heal him back to full. And you're going to see that right here. We just, you know, he's chip acquisition completed. But it doesn't matter. Magearna's gone. You know, we get the Boy Lace and drop on a God Hamos. But yeah, I mean, I got free turns. I didn't even need to set up screens with Regieleki. My opponent just gave me his turns, and you're going to see, oh, I get KO'd? Let's go Necturna. And for those of you that don't know what Necturna does, the whole niche that it was given is that it has Sketch. You see where we're going. Now, despite Sketch being removed in the generational shifts, because, you know, no Smeargle, all the signature moves of Pokemon that were Dex cut also got cut. They still decided to let it essentially use Sketch. And, yeah, I got Geomancy. And because I'm feeling a little frisky, we're going to sub here. And so Necturna's just going to clean up the last 3 on his team. Real quick work right here. This game was a real good confidence booster because after that first game, I was feeling a little bit, you know, worried. It took me like 10 minutes to accept his challenge for Game 3 because I wanted the 5-0 and I didn't want our team to, you know, lose any games this week. In our playoff situation, we need to win, and we need to win convincingly to give us the best shot at differential. Make sure that if we tie in record with anyone, or point total, I guess I should say, that we got the best shot of winning the tiebreaker. And, well, we just need to win the week. And also, again, I wanted to go 5-0. But as we get to Game 3, we get a nice Weather War. And this game is similarly me trying to, you know, flex a little. So I know he's going to lead Torn. I lead that Torkoal mostly just so he can't spam Hurricane. Unfortunately, I was hoping he'd U there. I wanted to be able to get the, you know, PogChamp eject button activation into my Heatran. I don't get it. And here you get to start seeing some work with it. So I go by Garchomp, and we're gonna see why Garchomp was banned in Gen 4 real quick. So we're gonna Swords Dance up, and this Clefable is about to get rocked. And you'll see later in the battle, he mentions, oh, darn, this is what happens when I don't bring Underwear Clef. And it's like, yeah, Underwear Clefable Sand, that sounds great. And now we know he's first to Draco, so we sack the Cress. You know, and then I hope, oh, maybe he doesn't stay in, and he stays in. But hey, look who's coming back. He's back. And I get to easily Scale Shot the Torn, that's a very linear play to make. And then, obviously, I'm like, oh, if I get another 3-hit, I KO this, so let's go for Scale Shot again. And because I got that Clef just immediately removed, I get the speed boost whenever I want them. And now here's the real big play that wins me the game, right off rip. I'm going to predict the Torn to come in on the EQ, because he can't lose his Sand, or lose the game, and I'm a SD. And so from here, I'm going to KO the Torn, and I have a sweep. Just kidding, we actually miss. This made me so sad. This made me so sad when I missed the Scale Shot, because I'm like, come on, I want to sweep a Chomp. And like, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna just break this team beyond repair here with my Garchomp. This man claiming 4 KOs. Woo! Giving him that work. But, damn, I could have gotten a sweep. And I'm gonna go Urshifu though, because it outspeeds his last 2 bonds, and we click CC. And now, I do think... I want to pause this here. So, next turn... He actually... Okay, well, he forfeits. Now, I do think if he was Sword Stance, Rapid Spin, Excadrill, that there was a shot that he wins. It involves him getting... Oh, okay, I say there's a shot he wins. He'd have to get some really weird plays, right? Actually, the more I think about it, the more I realize there wasn't any shot. The logic I had, though, here is it's like, okay, I sack our Shifu just to make sure he can't ever get a spin. Actually, no, there is a shot that he wins. The shot that he wins is if I go Torkoal, because I'm Overheat as my only attack. If he spin and he spins twice versus Torkoal and I miss my Overheat, he can then win still, because he'll be faster by Venusaur. Fortunately for me, I was told after the game that he was Earthquake, Rock Slide, Brick Break, Toxic Excadrill. Brick Break to hit the scale Pokemon Equilibra because it's got Levitate. So yeah, learning that, I then realized I had won the game at this point. But I do think it is interesting to note, if he was just standard Excadrill, the game wasn't even over at this turn. There was still, you know, like fantasy football, right? Even if you're down by like 50 points, if you've got a single player left to play, it'll still give you that 1% chance to win. Because it's like, well, you know, they could, technically this player could put up 50. And it's a similar case right here. There's unrealistic hacks that could happen. Is even that unrealistic? I don't know. But there is still, you know, a way my opponent could have beaten me. So I still have to, you know, play it as safe as I can. And in my eyes, playing it as safe as I can here involved me staying with our Shifu and just clicking close combat again. And then I go Torkoal and then I like hard Venusaur immediately thereafter. Assuming he hasn't gotten any speed boost prior. Because that means Venusaur outspeeds even a +1 drill, and an Oko's Weather Ball. I want to thank you guys for watching this. Again, I hope you enjoyed your New Year's Eve and that you're currently enjoying your New Year's Day. I hope we're all out here staying safe still. And hey, I'm hoping 2021 is significantly better than 2020. Because there was a whole bunch of just horrible, unfortunate, no good, very bad stuff to happen. But hey, channel, we popped off in 2020, and we're going to continue popping off in 2021. I'll see you guys next time. Stay classy.